be executed according to the regulations that are stipulated under New South Wales law. So if you're going to self-manage your own property, you've got to get this right. It could cost you thousands of dollars if not done right. So let's go through it, and we'll try and make it as interestingly as possible so that you can enjoy part 3 as much as we did making it. The advertising has to be clear. It mustn't mislead the general public. The certifications provided by the tradespeople, electrical safety compliances, plumbing compliances, water regulation compliances, anything to do with trades. It wouldn't hurt to get a pest and building inspection report as well before you rent the property out. It's good to know what you're dealing with from day one. As I said before, prevention is better than cure. Eliminate the maintenance aspect of the property before a tenant moves in, where it could cost you thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars in potential claims, lawsuits, whatever the case may be. One of the critical aspects of the paperwork are the permissions granted by the applicant for you to be allowed to do background searches on the applicant. If this isn't in place, you could be in breach of privacy laws that could land you in a lot of trouble. Then there are your statutory obligations. The statutory obligations in New South Wales require you to have a specific type of lease. The disclosure on the lease has the property being subject to flooding, for example, has the property being subject to violent crime, collection of bond, collection of rents, the documentation given to the tenant as prescribed by the Office of Fair Trading. All these essential requirements have to be in order so that if you are audited, if there is a complaint made in the CTTT, in the Consumer Trades and Tenancy Tribunal, you're able to explain, you're able to prepare and show the tribunal member all the documentation and what you did in order to protect your property as well as protect the tenant. Then of course there's the paperwork that is required during the tenancy. This paperwork takes care of notices issued to the tenant, statutory obligations or requirements by law that are all in the processing and in the paperwork that is given to the tenant, that is provided to the tenant before the tenancy, during the tenancy, and of course after the tenancy is completed, such as the outgoing inspection reports. The prescribed paperwork can be obtained from the Office of Fair Trading website in order for you to comply with all your statutory obligations, but more so that you can know where your property is at, what the history of your property is, because all this is going to add value to your property. My name's Edwin from Just Think Real Estate, bringing thought back into property.